I would say the biggest benefit really are the people who attend. It's not only is the content outstanding, but the opportunity to network with some of these folks. You know, we're all pretty difficult to get time with based on our schedules, and having everybody congregated in one place with a common interest and some free time to actually do some networking was certainly worth the price of admission, no doubt. The content is not only apropos the times we're going through, but it's very forward-reaching. We're not just talking about the way things are now. We're talking about the way things are going to be based on our anticipation and based on what we're seeing in market trends. And the content is coming from experts. I mean, the folks who attend this conference and the folks who are sitting in these roundtable sessions have lived through this. I mean, there is just a wealth of experience here. I would say, based on the number of folks attending this, I mean, there's got to be 1,000 years worth of channel expertise at a very senior level sitting around the room, and that's invaluable. It's a very personal environment with a lot of very, very strong leaders. I think the biggest takeaway from this event is we all seem to, there's a consensus that the channel is moving in a very different direction. We need to simplify. We're still spending a lot of time with the complex programs and channel programs that we've had back in the 90s and the 2000s, and that's just not going to work anymore. We think there will be a transition of the channel community from today's existing VARs and system integrators to something new. A variety of new organizations that are more focused on the SaaS and subscription model and how to provide lift versus shift in that space. So similar to what we did many years ago with licensed software, we're now moving into a new paradigm. I hate to use that word, but it's true. A new paradigm. And I think the big takeaway here was that we need to simplify. It's time to reinvent the channel programs from a vendor perspective. Exactly what that means, I think we're still trying to figure out, but we can't carry forward the programs of old. It's really time to sort of clean the slate and maybe even start from scratch. I'd recommend a colleague to attend this event if for no other reason than the folks that attend here. The access to the networking contacts is remarkable. That would be number one. Number two, you're sitting in a room full of experts, and these aren't folks who've read books. They're not consultants, not to take away from consultants. These are folks who are living it every day and have come up through the ranks to the current senior positions that they're in. So the information here is absolutely invaluable. And if you ask the right questions, you may not get exactly the answer that you need, but you'll get enough content and context around it to begin to formulate your own opinions, take a position, and move forward. So I think it's like having 40 of the nation's leading experts in this particular area sitting around the table, very willing to chat and speak openly. In terms of what I'd like to share about the event, again, I keep coming back to the same thing. The folks attending this event are outstanding, but I would also say that you need to come to this event really with almost a set of questions in your mind and potentially, everything you know about the channel. In other words, be prepared to put everything on the table. Don't come to this event to sit back and be a wallflower, not that there have been any in the few days I've been here, but really come to the event prepared to participate, because that sparks further discussion. And the final thing I'd say is come to this event with the attitude that you're going to be provocative. We're not here to talk about how do we do things, how do we operationalize this, what's the best change management program to implement. We came here to have provocative, oftentimes heated and passionate discussions about what's happening with the channel and where it's going. So I'd say come ready to participate, take an active role, and get to spend some time with some folks, in my case, a lot smarter than me.